are you? George?
Hi.
Is Christine here? Just good to complete this. Make sure everyone got it. The wish 35. 35 of them. Hi, Christine. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Okay.
Good.
We're glad we made it.
Yeah,
It was,
you had trouble?
well, we have a really tight schedule, and to you know, it was hard to fit Timmins in.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm glad I'm here because I wouldn't feel right if I didn't get every single Y in Ontario.
There's a lot of distance though between the communities, eh? When you get up here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So
okay.
it's gonna make it all complete though. Okay.
Good.
But,
Is this your last stop?
no, it's my furthest stop. I still have another 1,000 kilometers to walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the girls are set for you at the day camp if you want to get over there.
Okay.
Where did you park?
We're just down the street here.
At the parking lot?
At the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if you can follow me.
Okay.
And I'll take you over to the day camp
Okay.
program.
So there'll be kids there and anybody else?
I'm not sure about the newspapers, but the television did say that they would be there.
Okay.
I tried confirming with the mayor and I didn't get any response back, so I'm not sure whether that'll be a go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so there'll be kids there? Okay, I'm going to read them a poem.
Oh,
when I
sure.
get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Aileen is the recreational director. She's filling them in on what you've been doing.
Okay.
So if you want to talk a little more about that or answer their questions,
okay.
that would be fine.
Okay.
Great, let me get my things then.
Okay.
Great.
So we'll follow you.
Okay. Or would it be
Resolve and reflectiveness of what we achieved so far. And it will prepare us to the Canada one. Yeah, next year, which will prepare us to the Canada one. Yeah, next year, which definitely.
This is George.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. My name's Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Ken. Joe.
Oh, great.
I was just playing with this roll of tape here.
This is my road manager, Joe.
Yeah.
He's
Hello.
also doing the documentary for this whole thing.
So did you walk here?
So from Sudbury, I drove to Sault Ste. Marie yesterday, and we stayed over with the Sault Ste. Marie, the president of the Sault Ste. Marie YMCA. We stayed over at his house last night. Very nice. And we drove this morning at 10 o'clock and came here. 5 hours of drive. Beautiful country.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We can't get over the beauty.
Why did you make it a point of coming to a place like Timmins if it's a little
Well,
away?
here's the whole thing. Now, I don't know how much the people of Timmins know about this problem with the critical shortage of organ and tissue donations in Canada, but we're the second lowest in the whole world and have been for 14 years now. And people wonder about that because Canada usually has high standards in all areas and usually lead the way in things like this. So the Canadians don't know enough about organ transplantation. Now, that's been kind of fiddled around over the years, and I think the reason why a lot of Canadians don't know because it was kept in a very converted area. Like the converted people that, you know, usually if you're working at the hospital or, you know, that sort of thing, those were the people that knew about organs. So what we decided to do was take it outside of that converted area, and we affiliated ourselves with the YMCA, who reaches the heart of the community. And they're just involved in almost every part of the community, whether it's with the kids, the old people, the young people, ethnic groups, and Now my personal story with the Y is that I've been a member for 12 years, and I got sick in 1992, and I didn't tell my family because I didn't want to put a toll on their lives, so I just kept it from my family. But most of my friends and the people at the Y knew, and they always encouraged me to keep working out, and they prayed for me, and they kept telling me not to give up hope. But they seen me at my sickest, coming there, and they seen me getting sicker and sicker and sicker. I had the operation, and I came out after a couple of weeks. I was back at the Y after a month. Not doing that much, but and slowly I started working out again. And they couldn't believe how sick I was and how I looked. And then all of a sudden, they started seeing me working out, getting my color back, and right before their eyes, And they said, you should show this to the public, because there's a lot of people that are suffering and that are in pain and that give up hope, and a lot of Canadians that don't know what transplants can do, what they are doing, and all the facts about transplants. So it kind of started from the YMCA, more or less. And I think the next couple of years took a lot of organizing and planning to put this 2,000-kilometer walk. Now, in my heart, I'm walking because it gets really, really difficult sometimes. The weather's been unkind. I've had scorchers. I've had incredible hills to climb. I've had
lightning storms
chasing me. And I've had mosquitoes from another planet. Believe me, they weren't from this planet that were chasing me, and it looked like they were waiting for me too, and they just were following me, and but it's a small sacrifice for getting the gift of life. It's a real small, and what's making me keep going on is my desire to thank the donor family and all the donor families.
So this 2,000 kilometers was this summer? It started.
There are a lot of ailing things that people are suffering. Like, for instance, dialysis have gone up over 100%, and there's over 50,000 patients right now, and it just keeps increasing that number, and it cuts your whole life in half. And I know that some countries like Spain had that problem of a rising number of dialysis patients, but because they're enjoying a more successful acceptance in their country with transplant, they've almost cut that number in half.
and lead the world right now.
The other thing is, financially, you're saving a lot of money. Because to keep somebody on dialysis costs 10 times more than the medication costs to keep a person on after he received an organ transplant.
Now, what's the Organ Transplant Association?
The Organ Transplant Association, oh, that's step by step. That's our organization. That's what we're called. And I came up with that name. Actually, I did a walk before this one in '97. I walked from Toronto to Ottawa, and this was on in a week's planning, or like it just. And when I started my walk on the first day, I was on the highway, and I started trying to see where Ottawa was. It was pretty far. And when, I almost got discouraged right there, but I somehow put it in my mind that, you know what, I'm going to make this thing step by step. You know, that's the way I'm going to do it. If I can have it in my mind to do it step by step, I'll do it. You know? And so I've been trying to pursue Whitney Houston to give me the permission to use that song. You know, she's got a song Step by Step. Yeah, Preacher's Wife. That's the album. So I'm constantly trying to make pleas for Whitney to hear me and to, you know, let me use that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you wrap up the walk? When did you arrive in Sudbury?
We arrived in Sudbury August the 3rd.
Still got till September 30th to go.
Yeah. We're finishing. Yeah, we're finishing in Toronto.
September 30th.
I wanted to show them the map, but we didn't get no literature, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. It's on one of those sheets.
Do you think it's important to bring this message to children because you're here today?
Yeah, I think so, because they're our future, and I think if they get to know about this now, you know, I think that you know, when they're growing, it'll become a way of life. Like that's what we're all trying to achieve. There's a word that somebody came up with, and I kind of like it: spiritual recycling. I also want to mention a couple other things that are very, very important at this time, and it's one of the things that you know, it's another one of the things that we keep uncovering as we're going along our journey. The latest thing is, while we were in North Bay, we heard of the tragic story of this little girl, 7-year-old girl. She's in the Toronto hospital right now, and she needs a bone marrow, or she's going to pass away in about a month. Now, I got close with the family while I was in North Bay, and while I was there, like, I devoted everything for the girl, and I got about 2,000 signatures for possible donors, and I phoned up all the resources I had in Toronto, the Star, the Chinley, you know, like that, to bring this message up. And I brought that message to Sudbury, I brought it to
Sault Ste. Marie,
and now, you know, I'm bringing it over here. What we're going to do is leave a couple of sheets with Christine at the YMCA office for possible donors to help this little girl. And what they do is they go on the registry, and there's a lot of
300 children right
300
now.
children right now in this area well, in Ontario.
Need bone marrow
That need
transplant.
bone marrow transplant.
And when were you in North Bay?
I was in North Bay during
Heritage.
29th, July 29th. We were there during the Heritage
Yeah,
Festival.
that's it.
So we had a booth there. So we had a few volunteers, and we made sure that we got as many signatures as we could. We talked to as many people. Now the second thing, this is another important thing, we're also trying to get as many signatures on a petition to sign or to get a bone marrow program out here in this area of Ontario, because a lot of people have to go to Toronto or Ottawa, which is, you know, really far, and they have to move, the whole family has to move there to be, you know. So we want to get one situated around this area between Sault Ste. Marie and Timmins and Sudbury. And
Like a central register?
yeah, exactly, exactly.
And where are you from, George?
I'm from Toronto,
Oh, you
but
are?
yeah, but you see, this isn't the first story I've uncovered with, you know, like we had another little girl just before I got to Kingston, that was looking for some organs. Unfortunately, she passed away. But we carried that, all the emotion and all, with us, and it just kind of lit to do it, to, make sure that we finished this watch, and then we were in Ottawa, and we heard of the 11-year-old girl that lost her life, and the family donated her organs, and 7 children are alive today because of that. So, I mean, this has just been a journey of unfold, so many events as we're, and I'm just halfway,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the bottom line here is that it's true. Canadians are unaware about organ transplantation.
Do we even have some sort of registry where you can't be overturned? Like nothing but your license?
Yeah. So that's another thing that, as a result of what we're doing here, we're hoping to get as much interest from the government as possible, or to possibly get the corporate people to fund one. Then, if we can't get the government to move on that, then we'll get corporate to make one. And that's probably going to be one of my main objects when I walk across Canada.
In
I'm
2000.
walking across Canada in the year 2000. Yeah, so I'm probably going to focus towards raising funds to get a registry.
Okay. How old are you, George?
43.
I think they're gonna want you in there. They're gonna want you in there.
Yeah.
There's some of our kids who can't be in the media for a lot of reasons.
It's not media, it's personal.
But will it be like, unless it's in front of
Well,
us?
if I ever, I'm doing a documentary.
Yeah, so.
And if it ever goes on TV, you're gonna have to tell me who.
Yeah, so I'm going to move them out. That's what I'm telling you,
Okay.
okay? I'm going to move them out, just out a bit of the presentation.
Okay.
And so if you can just not film over on that side of the room.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
I'll shoot. Cause Stone Cold said so. Give me a hell yeah.
First of all, I want to thank you kids for bringing this lovely banner. And what I'm going to do is, me and Joe are going to put it after, and we're going to put it on our trailer, and all of Ontario is going to see that, okay? Wow. Now the other thing is, do you know where I come from? Yeah, that's right. Do you know how far that is? 8 hours. By car, yeah, you're right. Do you know how long it takes to walk from home? 60 hours. A little bit longer.
20 hours?
No, a little bit longer.
25 hours?
No,
30 hours? 72 hours. 72 hours?
no, longer than that.
What is?
Longer than that.
Wow. 6, 7 days?
Longer than that.
2 weeks?
Longer than that. Longer than that.
2 months?
A little bit less.
8 weeks.
That's it.
Do you have to walk there?
Yeah, I walk that happens, do not attempt to instill artificial life into my body by the use of the machine. Don't call this my deathbed. Let it be called the bed of life, and let whatever is usable be taken from it to help others lead fuller lives. Give my sight to the man who has never seen a sunrise, a baby's face or love in the eyes of a woman. Give my heart to a person whose own heart has caused nothing but endless days of pain. Give my blood to a teenager who was pulled from the wreckage of a car so that he might live to see his grandchildren play. Give my kidneys to one who depends on a machine to exist. Take my bones, every nerve and muscle in my body, and find a way to make a crippled child walk. Explore every corner of my brain. Take my cells if necessary, and let them grow so that someday a speechless boy will shout at the crack of a bat, and a deaf girl will hear the sound of rain against her window. Burn what is left and scatter my ashes to the wind to help the flowers grow. If you must bury something, let it be my faults, my weaknesses, and all prejudice against my fellow man. Give my sins to the devil and my soul to God. If by chance you wish to remember me, do it with a kind deed or word to someone who needs you. If you do all I have asked, I will live forever. And that's what somebody did for me. And because I was going to die, I had a very bad disease, and doctors told me I only had a few months to live. Someone passed away, and the family donated the organs, and that's why I'm able to do this walk. And I'm able to thank them, and I'm able to live with my family, and I'm able to do a lot of things. So that's the message that I wanted to give everybody today, okay? Everybody understand that? Okay, and once again, I want to thank you for all this, and I'm going to make sure that everybody I see, I'm going to tell them exactly who it came from, okay? Okay, thanks a lot.
The reason I wanted to present you with, well, something from the Timmins YMCA, and we have one for your cohort there. That's camera.
Oh, that's nice.
He has a t-shirt.
Thanks for making it.
Thank you.
I think it's black.
Beautiful.
I think it's black. I think it's black. I never did that. How come she gets the bacon?
She did.
I hate it.
Everybody.
Thanks, Katrina. Thank you. All right, okay. So we got it together. Hey guys,
Georgie.
Well,